My name is Janai. I'm a federal judge from Brazil's Third Circuit, and I also sit at the Data Protection Committee for the Third Circuit, so I'm also responsible for advising the entire Third Circuit in data protection matters, AI regulation, and the digital economy as a whole. So my first contact with digital economy and data protection regulation was in 2012 when I was at my master's degree in international human rights, because this issue started at the European Union's treaties. So studying that, I noticed that it would be a rapidly evolving field. And of course, this trend will hit my country. So I decided to turn and to specialize in data protection, AI regulations, even before our LGPD Act, which is our data protection regulation in Brazil. So even before it was enacted, I was already studying. And curiously, the first big case that involved a federal agency breach came to my bench. So yeah, I had the opportunity to adjudicate that day, to deliver an opinion in that case. And it was, the news covered everything because it was one of the first decisions involving data protection and a federal agency. So after that, I concluded I wanted to specialize more, like dive deep in that subject, and I decided to come to the USA to attend a LLM program with the specific concentration in data protection, internet law, and regulations of new technologies. And this was a game change for me, because I had contact not only with the European regulation, which is the foundational of our law, but also with the US regulation, which is quite different. It may be more relaxed in some ways, but it's very tough in compliance. So, getting to know the two worlds helped me think out of the box, in that issue, and that what led to my appointment to sit as a leader of the Third Circuit Advisory Committee. Nowadays, there is an experimental project that's being developed within the Third Circuit's federal judiciary. The goal is to develop an AI system, a closed AI system for the federal judiciary, because we think we have to embrace, but we do have to embrace in a responsible way. We want to create an AI system that respects privacy from the very beginning, which is a concept that the European Union adopts and our law adopts, that's called privacy by design. So every system in the very beginning of its design, it has to be designed in a way that respects individual rights and privacy rights from citizens. So now our worry is to develop the system from the very beginning in compliance with that principle. When I was appointed to the committee, the first thing I went was to our website to see how privacy notices are given to society, because we have a huge consultation at our website. Everybody goes there for information. And I saw that people could barely understand their rights reading the privacy notice. So I think using plain language has a twofold advantage. The first one is that when you use plain language, you convey your ideas and you help society understand their rights. So you contribute with civic education, because they get to know their rights better. And the other thing is that by having the same language as society, by adopting the same language as society, you bring the judiciary closer to citizens, and this enhances trust. So they see we care about your rights, we care about your understanding, we're open here for you. I think that's the aim of the public service. That has to be the aim of the public service. So when we change everything, and as we, of course, we are a still developing country, we have still low rates of education. I decided not to only use plain language, but I use in privacy notice techniques of design thinking. So we also use some images to help convey the ideas, not only through language, written language, but also through images. It's the first judiciary in Brazil that adopted plain language and design thinking in privacy documents. I attended several conferences and programs in my life, but I think this one was the most amazing one. The exchange of ideas among my fellows and U.S. judges was something that was a game changer, because we compared our experiences. We kind of looked, oh, this is working well in your system. Let me see what I can apply in my system. It is about fellowship. Me and the other judges that are here, but it is about institutional fellowship. So now it's about a conversation among judiciaries in the world. So now I have contacts here in the US, for instance. So it's about friendship, it's about of institutional exchange. And for sure, I'll be an ambassador of this program in my home country. In fact, next year, when applications are open, I'll be the first one to send the link. And of course, I'll be there to help and to promote more engagement with Brazil. US and Brazil have a long tradition in friendship. And I think institutional engagement with US and the other countries would be something that will be super impactful in all judiciaries and enable countries to evolve and to promote more prosperity.